Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom Primal Series Atreiu figure from Spero Toys. Ultra thanks to longtime subscriber and friend of the channel, Evil Villain, for sending this and a couple other from this wave in. I'm definitely excited to take a look at all of them, so let's get started. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this is definitely a cool looking figure, and I definitely get the sense that there was a very clear sense of where they were going with the design and the story and all of that, and that's pretty cool to see, especially like that. That's what you want to see from independent toy makers, and yeah, and we have that here. So just starting with the face sculpt, just very nice. It definitely reads as a lion, as it should, and yeah, just a really cool job. The eyes are super crisp. Actually, all the paint is super crisp here. So you can see there's a ponytail, which I didn't realize until I took it out of the package. And yeah, I also like the kind of light brown going into a much darker brown, almost black here at the back. Like a very cool gradient going on there. Then we look at the armor, and just really nice sculpt here. Very clean, very regal looking. And not only that, but that gold is just beautiful. I love the way that shines. You can see as it catches the light, it's just like really impressive piece. And then we, obviously under that armor, you have kind of his more furry visage, and they did a really good job here. I mean, it's everywhere. They put the detail and the texturizing pretty much everywhere it needed to be, which is really cool. And it probably would have been nice to see like maybe like the nails painted or something like that, but other than that, like I think it's spot on, and that was clearly a budgeting thing. Because obviously every touch of paint adds to the cost, but yeah, these are just really cool overall. Just a great looking figure and a cool character design. Real nice loadout of accessories here, so let's jump right in. And for hands, right out of the box, we do get a couple of gripping hands. Then we get a pair of fists, and finally a pair of relaxed hands. All very nicely sculpted. Then we get into weaponry. So right off the bat, right dead center here, you can see we got this really nice, incredible looking shield. Some nice wood grain going on here for the brown. And then that gold sheen, that's just gorgeous. And some very ornate artwork here with the lion heads. And that continues on to the back with this almost quilted pattern. And you can see a couple ports there, so that's pretty cool. And those ports are for these two things. So we have the handle itself. Looks like a little bit of paint came off. I did have it in the actual shield, actually, as you saw, because it was holding it in the first shot. And then this, which is a peg for the back. So you put this in one of those ports, and there is a port on the back of the figure as well, so you can hold the shield on the back. And I love stuff like that, so that definitely gets points from me. And then we get a couple of like striking weapons. So we get this very cool looking dagger. Love the leather texture they put here. They got pretty much the perfect shade of brown for that too. And metallics, again, still absolutely beautiful. Very nicely sculpted blade. Again, some very clear vision here, and I definitely appreciate that from any toy line. So there's that. And then finally we do get a sword, and this is same thing, just like great attention to detail. There's nicks and scratches all up the blade, giving it that sense of being worn. Really nice, like kind of teal metallic here in the middle for that jewel. And yeah, same leather texture down here. And then as you can see, just like detail after detail in the handle. If I can get this to focus, there we go. So just really good stuff. And that is accessories. Articulation here is very nice, and I have one hyper specific gripe that's probably just me, and if you've watched me for a while, then you probably know what's coming, but we'll get into it. So let's break it down. So as you can see, can hold a freestanding kick. This took a little bit of work, kind of putting the balance more with the arms forward, but like very nice. Actually, that correction worked better than I thought it would. So yeah, love a freestanding kick, as many of you know. So we got that. For our head, I actually really love this combination, and I don't know if actually I can get that off. So we actually have a ball hinge and a separate neck piece, and this is a combination I didn't think I wanted until now, and it works really well. I love ball hinge necks, and it can look up very nicely, look down just as well. And we got tons and tons of tilt, so we can pretty much go anywhere we want to go. So I love this combination. This is the first time I think I've seen this as well. So kudos to Spero Toys for making that happen. Then we get some very nice fluid butterfly joints here at the shoulders. We get hinge and swivel at the shoulder, and that brings us out into a perfect T. We get bicep swivel, double jointed arms, or elbows, which are gonna be hindered only slightly by these gauntlets. And then we have where my gripe is. So, and this is specifically with this set of gripping hands. So we have hinge and swivel for all the hands. All are horizontal except the right, which is vertical. And I know why you wouldn't do both gripping hands as vertical. Again, as a lefty, that's the thing. It shouldn't bother me, but it kind of does. It's a weird thing. And again, that's just me. So I don't think anyone else is really going to think anything of that. But there you go. So that's just me. But then we come to the torso, and we do have a standard crunch with a ball at the waist. So basically what we get with classified series, and we get insane amounts of crunch. Like, that's such good range. And then back, we got some beautiful arch as well. Our rotation comes from that waist, come down to the hips, and get great range. The softness of this belt piece is wonderful because it allows us to almost get full splits. So that's fantastic. We can kick fully forward at 90. We get thigh swivel, double jointed knees, bringing us completely in half. And unfortunately, no boot or a shin cut, but we do get some insane point, some beautiful forward, and beautiful rocker as well. So that's articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here he is with a couple other anthropomorphic animal figures from other independent companies, with some Hasbro and some Mattel, with some imports, with some monsters. Finally, with our articulated icons, Oni and yours truly in human form as a Valorverse Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom Atreiu figure is that this is surprisingly good. You know, I'd watched a couple other reviewers review this wave, and you know, it definitely kind of caught my attention. And while it wasn't a priority for me, I am super happy to have been able to actually like take a look at this and enjoy it, because honestly, the feel of this figure, the fluidity of the articulation, the just pure beauty of the sculpt, the metallic paints, and just the attention to detail here is commendable, to say the least. So once again, I just want to say ultra thanks to Evil Villain for sending this and a couple of the other ones in, which will be reviewed at a later date. Just, yeah, this is a great line. I'm kind of sold on this. So yeah, some really good stuff, and definitely pick it up if you can. Right now, they are available certainly on the Spero Toys website, in their shop, and then they have Big Bad Toy Store has some of them. They have a lot of Wave 2 up for pre-order right now. And for this, I think this whole wave is going to kind of come in as a bulk thing to Big Bad Toy Store as well. So I'll have links to both that and Spero Toys' actual shop in the description below if you are so interested. So I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. If you did, please consider liking, subscribing, etc. And you know, other ways to help the channel in the description as well. And beyond that, I just hope to see you here again, because I do multiple reviews a week of action figures related to tokusatsu, dinosaurs, monsters, pro wrestling, and more. So yeah, come on back, let's talk some toys. And yeah, I just ultimately hope that you are well. I hope that all your toy dreams come true, and most importantly, I hope that you and yours stay weird, simians.